Is it on? My mic's on? Yes, my mic's on. Good morning! I'm an hour after my normal time. Which means I'm a bit more awake. And I fed the dog. So no breaks. Oh wait, I need to move the VTube studio a bit. Yeah. Hello, Leslie. Hello. Okay. That should be, that's good. That's everything. I got my snacks on the side, I got my water, I stretched, the dog's fed. Okay. The game should be picking OBS. Wait a second, something's off. Wait a second. OBS isn't picking up Ace Attorney's sound. What the heck? We are all connected to the... Huh? I am listening through my head. Yeah, I'm listening. Huh? There we go. There we go. Well, that was weird. For some reason, OBS wasn't picking up the actual game audio. I'm not hooked into this game. You're hooked. No, you're hooked. You're very clearly hooked. You're always here whenever I'm doing Ace Attorney. Like, mainly Ace Attorney. I think my channel is just full of Ace Attorney streams. Games. Streams? There's a word. Shoot. Videos. I'm doing a lot of Ace Attorney videos. Okay, I need to delete this one though. Can I delete it? Is there a way to delete it? No? Okay. I'll go switch to mouse. No, not mouse. Keyboard. And we go! Oh! Do I need to confiscate that from you? Please stop biting that. My rabbit's got a new pellet holder thingy, and he's a biter, so yeah, he'll get tired of that eventually. Maybe not. One moment, I'm gonna go grab that off from him. What are you doing? Get some off that. Don't bite this. You've got a toy over there already. What more would you need? And I paused it when when my character was winking. Ah, wonderful. Okay. Now, I am ready. You can't buy it anymore. It's not there anymore. Okay. February 23rd, 11:53 a.m. District Court Defense Lobby number 2. Oh, Emma. Mr. Wright? What? Are trials always like this with you? More or less. We are a very interesting attorney. Ah, like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface? But no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. We got there. I mean, we got there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. The more we struggled, the more we're just gonna sink. So what happened to your sister anyways? Wait, I need to pop this volume on my headphones a bit down. Apparently she got called off to the judge's chamber. Oh. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Nah, there's no way a trial ends in 2 days? This is the second day? No, this is trial latter. Too early. We've never had a trial this quick except for like episode 1. Yeah. Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Oh, it's him again. Hola, partner. Hello, Mr. Cowboy. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a young'un, at least. Officer Marshall. Thought I'd come to take a look, see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. It's hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyways? Oh, you know, some bits and pieces of evidence I was just found out, and... yeah. One here, attorney gets bullied by his childhood friend in the game. Basically, I mean, not all the... no, Actually, that might very well just be this part of the trilogy, huh? Trilogy. You know, shaving yourself with a knife ain't really the safest thing to do. At least make sure the knife is sterilized or something like that. In case you cut yourself. All the places I've seen the last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you get enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? Yeah, I got a lot on my plate trying to... You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Lana's muffler? I don't know, the muffler looked okay. Just a bit off, but it looks nice. Maybe it's because Chief has a yellow one. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. She normally does. What's that in your drink there? You don't say? Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a times. Saw it that day too. Yeah, she was wearing a red muffler. Maybe it is not that she wasn't wearing a muffler in the picture though, right? And yeah, in this picture she's not wearing the muffler. And the other picture showed the muffler. Do we have any in the other picture? Parking lot floors, good midnight, autopsy. Okay, but in the other picture it was in black and white, so maybe the cloth in the car's muffler thingy is actually Lana's muffler for some reason. A red muffler. I don't know. Okay. At the award ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? So the muffler is in the muffler. I think maybe because the picture in the last video showed it was in black and white, so like we couldn't really tell what color the muffler was, and it was showing it as white. So I don't know. Maybe it is her red muffler because she wasn't wearing the red muffler after she killed good man. Yeah, see, in the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. Man, this game likes pointing out the stuff I just mentioned. What? So, Mr. wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. We always have a bad feeling about every single trial we go through. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? Ooh, steak sauce. If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Oh, wait. How much money do I have in I could order steak for breakfast after this. February 23, 12:32 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Switch over. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Edgeworth? Edgy? Miles? Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. His eyes are watery? What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. Ah, he's back. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. Today's Pizza Thursday, maybe. I want pizza now too. But the only good pizza is Domino's, I think. I think it was Domino's. If I say the other one, my sister's gonna get upset with me. This is unacceptable. Wait, I can go to Aldi and grab some frozen pizzas. Might have pizza today for breakfast then. Okay, what's acceptable, unacceptable, Edgy? It seems the prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock knock? Who's there? Who are you? Who are you? Is this guy the detective? He wears the same badge as the cowboy. What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. His eyes are creepy. It's like rings and rings and rings and rings and rings. Hey, the temperature rose 1.5 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? He's a detective, right? Because that's the same badge as the cowboy one. Ah, it's you. Oh! No, I thought I was supposed to click something because he just kept staring. Oh. Sorry, I'm late. Oji. Oji, the roads were packed. It's just me. Why does he get such a happy song? Long time no see, Oji. How you been? Swim much these days? Oh no, I don't know. His eyes are a bit scary. Oh, Oji, as in judge. Aji. Then it'll be Aji. Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy is Mizzy, Oji. My boy, you have to make time to relax. He's okay, but his eyes are a bit scary. Just to me. I don't know. Maybe you just have a time. Maybe it's just you. Yes, indeed. Aji. Seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha, so you're Wright, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Oh, are you gonna compliment me? Thanks. So sorry about our little Worthy. Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little Worthy? As in, Miles? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Oh! No, I don't. I don't keep track of people who don't appear in court. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. He's suspicious. Name's Grant. Damond Grant. Gant, not Grant. Name's Gant. Damond Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Another mention of 2 years. 2 years ago, Lana and Miles had a case together. 2 years ago, Angel Star was let off. 2 years ago, this guy hasn't been in the courtroom. Not this guy, sorry. The other guy. Has he been named yet? No, I don't think so. Oh, Gant, sorry. Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. Yeah, I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. It's a red muffler. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. It fits her. It kind of like very You look at that immediately, other than anything else, because it's right there. It's a bold color. But to think that it was stuffed in that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. Okay, so I suspicious of everyone that appears in this call that isn't my SL92? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? This is what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Edgy? Chief? What kind of outfit are you running? Outfit? Mr. Edgeworth? How could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Do the police have a thing against the prosecutors? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Is there, Miles Edgeworth? That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. Well, this just got even more confusing. This is... But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? I'm suspicious of him. Don't be too surprised. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. I don't like him. Don't say that about Edgy. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. I don't like him. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't blame him. Wait, what? The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Edge's smile is weird. Can you open up for me, I wonder? Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... Switch? No? If I cut my fingers, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my fingers, I wouldn't be able to point at... Wait, I wouldn't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Oh, that's not me doing it. That's the game doing it. This switch? Whoa! What? Wait a second. Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade, the tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? But wait. Okay, found another crime scene wrapped in the defendant's muffler. Small tag attached to it. Wait. But this is the murder weapon. If that's the murder weapon, then what weapon is this? Whose blood is that? This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Now it's full of fingerprints. Actually, if it was wrapped in the muffler, then someone else's fingerprints must have been on the actual switchblade. But now that we've touched it, then it's doomed. But I wonder whose fingerprints was Lana trying to keep on the switchblade then, if she wrapped it up in a muffler, or if it was her that wrapped it up in the muffler. Could be another person that took her scarf and wrapped it up, and things are happening. I'd like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Think. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife. What is that number though? Can I? No, nothing. I want to know what that number is though, or is it just a tag that means evidence? No, oh, fine. Oh, 2 murders. I mean, at the beginning of this chapter, it did show 2 people stabbing, doing the stabby motion, so it could be. But the question is, why was this one at the scene of the crime of Lana and Goodman? Anyway, what's this number? There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to mean? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. D4 the court, the case. I know I think that's a case record, right? DL6 maybe. Maybe it's a case number. That's weird. I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court records again. Court records, I'm here. Court records. Nope. Oh, is it? No, darn. Is there anything on the back of this? No, darn it, I can't. Okay. Back to the actual game. Sure thing. Not a problem, really. Not even a little one, really. I'm suspicious of him, because he's being mean to Miles. I don't like you. A department in disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. I really do love like these type of games because I like thinking games. Cause I play a lot of I think I mentioned this before, like one of my earlier streams. But I really like hidden mystery games. Like you can find them on like Big Fish games. So like point clicker story type games and like criminal investigation type games, I really love those because it's just so much fun and I just like crime stuff. A detective was killed at the police department, see? What a mess. The time of crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Wait, what? What? Wait, so this is our one, right? So this is our one? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. So this is the second case. This is the second incident of the stabby. Okay. Okay. There was a murder at the police department. A detective? Wait, then who's this detective? That's hush-hush information, Aji. We haven't exactly announced it yet. We might need to know. Wait a second, you said 5:15. That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Ooh. Order! Anyways, we at the department were all flustered, as you might as well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? You might be acting cute, but I'm very suspicious of you. I think we understand the police department's situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. The chances of that are really slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Okay, very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Yeah, we can't talk about the second case. Okay. Let me just... No. I want to look at my... things. That means nothing. We check that one. This shouldn't have anything on them anyway, right? What's this say? Oh, no, the name thingy. Yep, I remember this one. Oh, so that's it. So okay, so not this one. We check this one. There's only blood on this one. This is so crazy. I like this game. I like this game too. Because I was really excited to see that I could buy this game on Steam. On Steam? Yeah, on Steam. And I need to play it. I need. The hand mark on that one is a bit suspicious, but I don't think it's anything I need to use just yet. 67S. Wait! Wait a minute, this is... Hang on, I need to rotate this. How do I rotate this? M? K? Nope. B? No. N? M? H? A. I just need to get it to a good... 67S! 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 That was a connection thing, right? Special don't care? Yes, there is. Hello, excuse me. This one. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest to goodness objection. This knife. This has to do something good. This has to have something. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, an honest to goodness. What do you mean from Aji? This is great. He's cute, but he's not. I don't know. He feels. I don't feel happy with him. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. This is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. If we turn that upside down. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12 2. Upside down. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around, what do you get? Wait, what? Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that was written on the knife's tag. Do I want food already? Order. Well, Chief? I want him to squirm. I'm gonna get some jelly. Well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. Well, yay, I won. But what did I win? Did I win you going to jail? For saying that, I don't know. Here's Bowie sauce. This yummy jelly. I win? What game is this guy playing? No. This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. More info on that, please. So, this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say. Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. I don't like it. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder. And it was found on in the exhaust pipe from Edworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. I mean, it must have been put there for a reason. Can I get more information on this then? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Aji? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, Ryder. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. So we know when. It was 5:15. We know how he got the stabby. So, where? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. Excuse me, that was our deal. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. We have? The evidence room? Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? You mean the weapon was stolen? From the evidence room? Yeah, this knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Yep, I was right about that. There's a connection between these two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. Which case? Two cases? Both cases? With the link between the two cases established, we finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details. Yes, it is technically linked now because that murder weapon is in our case now, so... Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. Sorry, I'm just squeezing a jelly thingy because it's not broken, so it's a bit hard to actually drink it. Heh, you don't say. Well, out with it, Ryder. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife found at the lot was stolen. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. So was the person who stole... No. Maybe. No. No, maybe. Okay, so... Bit of quick theory time. Goodwin went to the detectives to the evidence room to search for a case file number or a specific item. He got the case file number and left. That's what I'm getting right now. I need more info. And we also know that the detective murdered in the police department was killed in that very same evidence room. Okay. Indeed. There do seems to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. Well. You do make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you just deduced right now. Oh. I need another sip. My stomach growled. I didn't break it up enough. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially then? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. I don't know whether or not to be suspicious of him or be happy that he's helping out. I'll grab a different snack then. The jelly pouch is a bit hard to eat. To drink. Okay, got my little snack thing here. What? Really? Wait, it's that easy? Who would have guessed? I don't think he's a good guy. I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? I don't need the info. If you're gonna tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I can out of him. So we don't need a division. Cause detective. Don't need that information. Gender probably has nothing to do with the ID. We can search it up if it's just the ID. Should be able to. Okay. How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Hmm? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Well, we keep a tight lid on ID number, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... Where's my notepad? 584218889. Well, that's quite long. And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department. Five, 8, 4, 2, 1, 8, 9. Oh, he's very weird and funny, but makes uncomfortable sounds. He does. Sorry, I didn't look at my chat thingy. He does. He gets happy music, but then he doesn't. But this tells me something, because this is good man's. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning? It has to be what I think it is. It is. I just checked it. But wait a minute. I'm found there. Because this number matches with Goodman, and Gant just said that this is the victim's number. Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say that the ID number of the detective who was murdered, you say that the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department, the same person killed in different places? Yeah. I honestly don't know what's going on. Unless Goodwin was murdered at the police department and Lana was tasked to move him? Maybe Angel Star didn't actually see Lana stab him? I don't know. But there's quite a distance between the police department and the prosecutor's district thingy. It tells you something. Oh, I missed that. I knew it. You said the ID number of the detective who was found at the police department tells you something. What does it tell you? It's this. What the heck? So, witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl. Brown Knight. His grin's terrifying though. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Meanie. Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Are you praising? Are you helping? Miles! You're my favorite prosecutor. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is this yours? I ain't a policeman. No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney. Remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Wright. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. Are you gonna show me your shock face? No? No? And this means what exactly? He forgot the number already. Huh? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. It started with 82. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the number right. You didn't even get the first number right. Again. The number the chief of police gave us was 5824189. No? Wait a second, Wright. What does this mean? It's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Well, sharp as a tack, Wright. Sharp as a tack. He's condescending me. That's the word I was trying to remember. Condescending me. Oh. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. Yeah. No. Because that's plain creepy. I don't like him. I don't like Gant. He's weird. You know what I find suspicious? That this picture doesn't exactly... Sorry, I was just thinking that, say, because it's not gonna work because they were... No, that would work. That if... So, say this. Goodman is killed at the police... Was it police evidence room? At 5:15. Someone moved him over here. And then Lana stabs a dead body instead of actually Goodman. Because that would still fit... Say, because he was proclaimed dead at 5:15. So, it doesn't matter if he... Like, what time Lana actually stabs him, because he's already dead at 5:15. So, am I even making sense? Lana says Lana could have stabbed a dead body, thinking that it was an actually alive person. Because, what was this? I remember, it was from a TV show called Rizzoli in Isles. There was a case kind of similar to this. So, this is completely not what I should be talking about in this case, but it's very similar to this. Maybe Lana's spaceship protect the real killer. Maybe. Or maybe she didn't know. Or maybe she doesn't know. Anyways, with the TV case, a lady was killed. So she died through... Because like, she was on a hospital bed. And so she had oxygen put into her system, and so she died that way. But then a nurse came in and overdosed the lady with insulin. Was it insulin? But what she was actually doing was just nothing to a dead body already. I don't know. This case is it's actually very interesting. I'm very interested in this. Anyways, he was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot, so he's already dead anyways. Yet a detective, Bruce Goodman, was also killed in the police department, unless he has a twin. She has the same number. In the evidence room at the exact same time. Wait a minute. Wait, no, let me press tab. So, when was... Is that next page? No. We're missing a lot of info. Because what I want to know is when what time did Angel Star see Lana do this? Lana do the stabby stab, but because oh no 5:15. That doesn't make any more sense either. This isn't okay. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? In a completely different location? Order, order, order! Chief, what does this mean? You think I know? No, what I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? That was a nervous face, nervous face, nervous face. Suspicious time. Something, well, maybe just doesn't like us interfering. Just saying, so what we want. The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How? How dare? The police department really do not like the prosecutors, huh? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our office meetings. Oh. Our officer meetings who brought you the news. Oh, Officer Meekins? Wait a second. Was Meekins not... Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There he is. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. I've got a report for you? No, I've got your report. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered at the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Meekins is interesting. Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I hate the silence. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy. I feel like this is like a three-way thingy. We've got the prosecutors, we got the defense attorneys, and we got the police. Or police/detectives. I really don't like him. I don't like him. What? Now what? Now what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how was this relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? What's going on with this case? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. Wait, which we just did. The connection was just proven by Rido over here. Good job, Rido, my boy. Don't call me your boy. You don't get to call me your boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. Edgy? Edgy? It seems we have come to the end of this trial. We learned... I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant chair just this past December. They're really holding this case against him. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part. But, Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You'd better get results this time, really. I don't like him. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I'll grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it is not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. That was quick. Normally, this case, like every save point is at least like an hour and a half-ish. This one hasn't even reached an hour. We can keep going. Okay, February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Wright & Co. Law Offices. Emma's music is still very cute. Edgy is on very thin ice, yeah. Everyone's out for him though, ever since like the other case that we had in the last episode. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Well, let's see, what is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? Emma, you were at the trial. You watched it with me. Okay, I'll move this one a bit then. Right, that should be. The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Oh wait, 30 minutes. Okay, so my little theory of someone moving Goodman completely wrong. I kind of figured that out anyways. Huh. Well, that's what we're going to find out, or try to at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirit, but I'm not sure she's gonna be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Can Emma read minds? Look, we're in this together, right? Just for this case. And later on in the future, I think. But just for this case right now. I'll prove that these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. February 23rd, prosecutor's office underground parking lot. Here we go. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? I care. We need to look at both cases, you know? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence and... yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. And then we had another picture that showed the water thingy. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they didn't get along, Emma really likes her sister. Emma is a good kid. Very good, very pure, must protect. That's not it at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my signs at your own peril, Mr. Wright. What's that grin for? I mean, she was pretty... Oh, it's been so long since I played the mobile version of the game. Not the mobile. The DS version of the game. But I do remember that she had some very interesting, very fun skills or something. This situation calls for one thing, and that is liminal testing fluid. That shows body fluid, I think it was? Or is it just blood? Liminal? Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. I need to reposition myself. I'm sitting on my legs, and that's not actually really good. Not good at all. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it. Oh! Here, look. I'll lend you these glasses. You had an extra pair of these things? Ooh! To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Ooh! Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. We'll go here, because this is where... Because this is where the body's found. Oh! Okay. Is that it? I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. Is that a bloodstain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. Emma? It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood. Oh. Right. Scientific investigation in action. Okay. Well, we definitely know that this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? The amount of it? Not the location, because the body was found there. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? Yeah, because Lana's coat thing was stained with quite a bit of blood. I definitely think so. And the bloody footprint. No, it wasn't over there, but and the blood on the back of Goodman's shoe? I definitely think so, anyway. I mean, yeah, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the full fence when we find that bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? You're not. I'm not keeping you though. I'm not keeping you though. Maya's gonna come back. I can't keep both of you guys around. Too many kids to look after. Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Thank you. Very proud looking in the sky. Dog. We can't be sure that the police will release all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Feels like we're really investigating crime now, doesn't it? We are investigating crime. Guess I should give the spray on anything suspicious. I think I read that wrong. Guess I should give a spray on anything suspicious. No, I did read it right. Huh. Yeah. I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Food? The star! You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. I want... Oh, sorry, that peaked at like red. I want that bit. There's a lot of fish in there. This... Oh, never mind. Day old deli box on the house. Sorry, it's just... That kind of lead. That kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. But hello. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. I'm sorry. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, oh no, it's okay. It was my fault. I should move this a bit. So, yep, that'll do. Oh, we know it's your fault. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little... Little girl, don't forget what's important in here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. She stabbed Goodman's body. Doesn't mean that she actually killed him. What am I doing? Just making sure I don't hear anything, in case there is someone actually out there. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? Does she just start? So, you are a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They blabbered like babies. Oh, I wonder if that's a that's a valid. You can't kill what's already dead. It could be. I mean, because it is. I don't know. I really don't know. Because like, if Goodman was killed in the evidence room, how would they have been able to bring him to here, the parking lot? That bit just doesn't make sense. They babble like babies, you know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I don't doubt it. I won't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspects after suspect, and before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Fired? I felt like I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 case. SL9, wait, she doesn't mean... What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Oh. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? I'll talk about... Oh, no? Wait, what? Why is it not here? Did I not do a thing? Well, he said something that there's something off about this, right? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Star. You were lying was the problem. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just like that time. Another SL thingamabobby that time. There it is. Nice. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. You mean the police / detectives to prosecutors? Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I've ever handled. Hey, she has a fluffy coat. Okay, the police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it. On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. So, was the suspect actually innocent? And they just prosecuted an innocent person and just put said person to death? What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of assault. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. Huh. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, it couldn't be Goodman? Exactly. Oh, never mind, never mind. Detective Jake Marshall. Well, yeah, but Goodman was there too. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy office can stop us. Wait, there's lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. She's a very good detective. She's got her sources. Miss Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on the SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie? Yes? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Yummy! Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with the street. Huh. Officer Marshall. Okie dokie. Miss Star? Officer Marshall, is he your... are you going out? Oh, I'm an innocent soul. Why do you want to know? Ah, actually, I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago, when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too, back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I merely I merely cooperate on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Okay. Police department, please. February 23rd, police department entrance. It's even busier today than it was yesterday. Busier here today than it was yesterday. Your detectives are running around so fast, they're blurred. So it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid at an amusement park. She's adorable. Not as adorable as Maya, though. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. We just were at a crime scene. Alright. Gas station. That's interesting. February 23rd. Evidence room entrance guard station. What's this with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room, the scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh! What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is if this is a guard station. What I want to know is if this is a guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Maybe. So we can't go in there, can we? Where is he then? It got stuck again. Darn it. February 23rd, police department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please. Wasn't that... Gumshoe! One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Hi! Texas written on the front of this. What a fanboy. Detective Gumshoe! Hi, it's been a bit. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? I want steak more and more. Actually, it's not for sale. Oh. No, it's okay. If you tell us who it is for, and if it's for who I think it is, I can give it to you. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Oh, big puppy. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. We just need evidence. The criminal, you mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room? I am not, like, announcing the right things. You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? Yeah. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator... Do you have a suspect? Actually, yeah, who? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It is the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who was it? Well, listen, pal. All I know is I need a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Sorry, bye Gumshoe, bye! Wait, don't leave! If you want to know more, head down to the detention center. What? Detention center? Oh, they're already there. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later! Bye? He ran off to the evidence room. Okay. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Alright. Oh, I have to go back here, don't I? And then... There it is. Detention center. Who is it? Who did the stabby of the other one? February 23rd, Detention Center Visitors Room. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. Are we here to see, Lana? I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things just get confusing. Huh? Oh, what was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? Plot twist, Maya. It was Maya, like, hi, where have you been? Do I have to get you out again? But this is Sir, so... I'd say I was the perpetrated against Sir, that's what I'd say. Who's this? Meekins! Meekins is the perpetrator? Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Meekins. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Accordion. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the... I don't think he's the guard. So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir. How should I say this? Wait. He isn't... Is he? You... Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Oh, can you stop that? It's starting to ring in my ears. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir. Sir? Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir. Because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Yeah. Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. But Marshall? Why are we surprised? We know it's Marshall. Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Ow! Oh, he got hurt. What the heck is this guy doing? So, what happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red, I blacked out. And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Wait what? Yet another similarity between this case and the one in the prosecutor's office. Huh. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. No, tell me about the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room? Right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, someone is fabricating evidence, yeah. It's just like SL9? SL9? God, is this case? There's a lot of fabricating happening. do that, you're gonna hurt yourself. Then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be detention and alive and well at that. Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. He's kind of growing on me, this kid. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. So he was knocked out too. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Your hand? About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should confess? Just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. Then the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. What? Wait, so Goodman pointed the knife at Meekings? Huh. The next thing you knew, you were... Then I opened my eyes. When I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock, oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I feel? How I felt? The victim's body disappeared. That's some story. We are sure that this is the guy you were talking, sure this guy? Do you think you could take a look at this? Is this the guy you actually saw? Hey. That's it, sir. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember, sir. I've been saying sir a lot. You mean, you remember what happened? Your hand. Correct. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Water. He's still shaking. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this a little deeper. What do you remember? Can you tell me what it is that you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. A little lost lamb, if you will. Okay. I didn't notice Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Your hand. So, you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed a knife at me. Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are now. So I whipped and leaped at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto to others before they do unto you, by your own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I woke, I was here. So what's the reason for this? So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? Actually, yeah, what do you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know. Okay. Oh, yes. In talking and explain time music. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir, on that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Videotape? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me on the tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I handed over my badge, I don't deserve it. No thanks. I have my own. Or better go check out the crime scene. Thank you for your help, Meekins. Pleasure doing business with you. Let's go. So if we go back to here, and then here, and then here, and then oh, can I examine? The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. I don't think so. We need a specific key. Where is Kent? It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Where is Kent? So wait. Oh no, Kent. Here? Hello? February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Hello? Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Wait a second. He's a not good guy. Are you sure this is all? You know what it means? If there is anything missing. Sir, this is I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats. Under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Are they making deals? Yes, sir. We'll scour this place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? I don't swim. I can't swim. Oh ho, Chief Grant, reporting for duty, sir. Phoenix. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? Oh, is this his music? Kinda sounds like a low-key boss theme. Like at the beginning of it, when they're like introducing the boss. So, is Edward going to be okay? Is my boy gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Health therapy. It sounds like a boss theme, okay? It's kind of creepy. Yep, well. Oh, wait, no. This music could play when we're in court and we have like that bar at the top right that shows like we're doing mistakes and everything we say is wrong and then we'll just die. He'd be a terrifying boss in all honesty. Well, they had no ends of trouble. They had no ends of trouble with the boys since last year. You mean the incident on Gorge Lake? Excuse me, he didn't even do it. It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Ryder? Von Karma. I hate him. Maybe Edgy knows something more. We have to find Edgy first. Maybe we can go to his room. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it, so... I fixed it? Excuse... I didn't fix it. You fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. We didn't. It just led to that case. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why? They do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. Worthy, not worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their own turf, I mean. They're being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is that? Now, Ryder, I can't give away all of our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives traps. It's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives traps shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Excuse me, sir. Oh, sorry, you had to see that. Hello, Chief. No, I can't call you Chief. No, only one Chief in this game, and that's Chief. So, what exactly did the Chief of Police want you to do? Well, see over there. That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What that? What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. What that? It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Gimme. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Notepad. February. Wait, February 21st. Hang on a second. That's February 21st, isn't it? But then why? What did he lose? Or maybe he didn't lose it on this. Oh. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Hang on, let me see if I can... He was... 5'9". Wait a second. I don't think it was Goodman. That wrote this. He made a mistake of his own ID. Hang on. Is there a way we can see Goodman's actual handwriting? No? Is there like a signature or anything that we can look at? Okay. Do I have to talk to you again? So how do I get permission to enter? Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor? Well, I never thought the day would come when Ryder asked me for help. We only just met. I was wondering if we could investigate in evidence room? Don't do this, Silence. Don't do this, Silence. Now, Ryder. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. I'll just get permission from somewhere else. Okay? Ciao. Bye. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? You are terrifying. Your silence is not fun. It is scary. Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. Even if this little screen of him doing that is kind of adorable, he's still terrifying. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It's creepy. It just goes to show you never know until you ask. As for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Does it not say Sergeant Bruce Goodman? Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. I'm pretty sure that card says Goodman, doesn't it? Hehe, it looks pretty cool on my label, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy? Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence for the girl. Maybe it's a sprite overlay. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Okay, let's go. Let me in. I think I have to... No. Let's go. The door. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's go. And we have the ID from Chief Grant. Let's just walk in. No. It won't open. Aha, the card reader is turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking? It's Marshall. Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina sky so grey? Hello. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that why does it have to be him look for? Darn it, he knows. As you may have surmised, this here is my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Don't want us to do it? Yeehaw, that card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Oh, thank you. Looks like the card reader's turned on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then. Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Oops. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. So, if we give you this, will you be willing? Here. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? I doubt it. No, I just saw a special. I saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Okay. Yeah, we start. What's this? What? What's wrong? What's wrong? A fillet steak lunch. I see. I'm pretty sure you mentioned it in the first episode that he wasn't actually from the Wild West or anything. Maybe? I can't remember that far. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Alright. I wanted to eat that myself. Alright, Bambino, you win. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk after you finish nomming on your food, though. But, hello, guard station. Tell me about everything you know. So, I've got my little notepad back out again. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center taught us. Ah, that poor little doggy. Poor guy. I kept getting his name wrong and calling him meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't in your station. At your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Hey, let me scooch up. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, move my chair up a bit. Well, it might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy. So you were out driving? Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. Emma! There's no need for people here anyhow. These new fangless machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steaks, you know. I still eat it. Miss Starr told us something. I need to... Okay, there you go. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler in the scene of a crime. That's all gone now, like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved in the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyways? I'd like to know. I'd really like to know. We've heard the name so many times that no one tells us what actually happened. No? There's some things you're better not knowing, Bambina. Anyways, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. Ah, statue thingy. 2 days ago, the day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferal. Edred was talking about the transferal too. Boy, this is I know what happened. What maybe 2 of those machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Mamina, me and machines. Well, I like them as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steak. You don't eat your veggies? The easiest ones to understand here are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Uh-oh. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. Oh no. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you'll need an ID card. Oh, we got one. That's the ID reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Okay. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina. I can't show you more than that. It looks like there was a number that was there twice, but the number of Goodwin was literally 1 minute before 1:15. Interesting. Very interesting. But does it not show when you leave the actual... No? Okay. I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen the number before. Is it Goodman? Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Transfer next, please. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transfer thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the preceding detective's supervision for 2 years, so we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake. See? So, what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault in the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transfer. We do it every February. I see now. The transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Darn it, so we don't have any info, huh? I saw this number. Here, see this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? Yeah, I saw that number very briefly. The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID record again. ID card record again. But it looks like there were... No, wait, someone else came into the room at the exact same time. The 4989596. Look, the first number. It's a perfect match. It will use 415, 514, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But someone else then. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? So I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Stabby stabby. Well, that's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. Give me the thing. Give me the sheet. Well, I guess I can give you this ID card. A record. Thank you. Thank you, Marshall. Okay. I want to look at this one again. I've got an idea. I don't got an idea. What I want to know. Who is 4989596 who entered the exact same time? Wait a minute. No. Maybe. Because one person could have 2 IDs on him and they could have scanned the exact same time as well. So while that number might have been Goodman, maybe someone else with Goodman's ID card went in there? I don't know. But then why would Meekins go into the room again before at 450? That's the thing I don't get. Why Meekins is not really. I wouldn't think of him as who's 777777777. Anyways, maybe I should show this list to other people with IDs here. Maybe I should actually. Oh, maybe. But I want to go into the. But Meekins. But. We got evidence room. But Meekins. Oh, this is a lot of things here. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. It's the same number as after Good Boy, so maybe he was patrolling. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to check. We'll have to talk to him about it anyways when it's there. When we get there. When we go back to him. Because I need to talk to him about that. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. It feels more like a morgue. Actually, yeah, it kind of does seem a lot like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Hi. Ah. Oh, it's okay. You're okay, Emma. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. Ah, precious baby. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's desire and knock yourself out. Hmm? Yeah, it's true. Is that what we're talking about? So, Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, Gumshoe, you adorable puppy. Oh, so that's what you're talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Nice, nice. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief, so now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Stabbing scene. Evidence full plan. Oh. Give me that, I want to look at that. Alright, so this will be marked with bloodstains when we do a scanny thingy. So, hello. So, Detective Gumshoe, your boss for the day. That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant though. I'm going to take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course. I'm a detective after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? Is it an ID card? Edgy. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now. Inquiry committee now, right? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? You know, the Gourd Lake one. Yeah, that case. Oh, never mind. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us some more about it. Good case. Evidence locker. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. With the ID card? Yep. Using their ID cards. Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Oh, not with the ID card. Why? I'm on my 3rd card since entering the 4th already. Oh. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Meekins is left-handed. Lana is right-handed. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. Who is that? Who is that in his locker? So, the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? Oh, when you open, on the other side of the handle is a sensor, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Okay. We gotta ask you about this, Casey, please. Here you go. Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade. That switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. Oh! That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth as a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? They really haven't been dead over there. I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Talk, please. SL9 case. Gonna bop over to Twitter just for a little bit. No? Okay. Okay. Oh, now that was a bloody violent case. Violent. So it was a murder? Serial killing. Huh. A serial killing. Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edward built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edworth right on the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Actually, how old is Edworth? Gee, 20. So he would have been 22 when that happened. Or 21? What's his birthday? Rumors about forged evidence, sorry. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh, what do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? Yep, we knew that. So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Say, do you recognize any of these numbers? Do you have a number? Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record for the people who came in here the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was So it was Good who came in at the time of the murder. Wow. You recognize the number? What is it? The second number. The 871? That's not your ID, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edworth. Uh-oh. What? The second number on this list. It belongs to Mr. Edworth. Okay, so Edworth came in here. What? Again, it doesn't have to technically mean that it is him, because someone could easily take a take the ID card. Oh, okay, so we got a new number. Uh-oh. Why would Edworth have come to the evidence room? Ah. There. Let's do our examination. Okay, I'm gonna have to switch to my mouse. What's that? There's something sticking out of here. I'm sitting weirdly again. So I have like two monitors. So there's one that I can face straight ahead, which has my OBS and studio stuff like that. But on my other one, which is like more diagonal to my right, is my gaming stream. So normally I face that way, which makes me have to move all my like keyboard and mouse facing towards it, which is a bit awkward. But now I'm just switching facing forward and my head's turned to the side, so it needs to be a bit more comfortable. A bit closer to the mouse. Okay, what that? It looks like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of snob. Sorry. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I'm gonna move this here up, bring this forward, and bring this forward. Just to... Wow. Okay, that's good. That's good. It brings the screen a bit forward. I bet that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. I'm sorry. So... Wait, there was an open locker, wasn't there? Uh-oh. Open locker first. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Gumshoe's fingerprint. Detective... What did I say? I said Gumshoe, didn't I? It's Detective Goodman. I was like, Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we close it. That's true. It's empty. They must have taken out the contents somewhere. What is? It's a glove. It's another... That's another case thingy. SL9 thing. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? We're picking on Gumshoe today, aren't we? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. Me sorry. That evidence is from the case, you know. You mean SL9? It does have the tag on it. Okay, thin rubber gloves. Go for here next, and then we'll go that right there. We'll go for the bloody handprint. Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? Yeah, this episode is Bully Detective Gumshoe. I'm gonna change my the title to that. There you go, pal, making me out to be some sort of hooligan. The handprint. It is a right hand. Yeah, it is right hand. Oh, thank you. Nice pointing it out. Apparently from that case. The case, you know, the SL9 is in it, pal. See the sticker on top of the... No, I don't see a sticker. On top of the piece there? Another piece of SL9 incident. We will take a closer look. Actually, no. We'll go... let's not waste the time with that just yet. We can check it out later. Yes. Handprint. What is this? Blood. It's a little worn, but it's definitely a handprint here. Okay. Who has their right hand hurt? Lana. Lana has her right hand hurt. Uh-oh. Oh, can we check? Can we do like a DNA thingy for this? I don't know. Handprint there? It looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright. What if there are other blood stains left in the room? We should use a testing fluid to check it out. We shall do that in a bit. After I make sure I've cleaned everything. What's the paint? What is the saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time. What? True art has always been a war against oh no, that's him. That one. Against oppressions. It's your paint, ain't it, for your thingy? True art. I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Yep, perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room? Excuse me. Not good. Okay, now we can do this one. Let's take a closer look. Let's go. Where's the button? Let's go. I wonder what shapes these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You wanna try putting it back together? Let's do puzzle pieces! Hi, good luck, pal. There's no job for it. Amateur, you call me an amateur? Well, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry on a tube of glue. Oh, well, this piece looks like it's the bottom. Okay, let's try putting the rest in place. Time to move myself back over. Okay. Okay. Ah. Oh. This one? Nice. No. So I'm just gonna be a bit quiet with this one while I figure it out. Nope. No, this is probably by the top. Yes. 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 Oh. Yes. So... No, this has to be at the top. Nope. This one? This one? This is a very interesting piece. It's like a vase or something. I don't know what I'm meant to see. Oh. Oh, we're still missing a bit. But I did it though. Hmm? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Oh. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still... It doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. It's weird. I can't understand how it got broken. Huh. Okay, let's start doing the spray stuff. Let's go! So we have there. Only on the floor. Rapid spray time. Okay, we got there. Nice. I don't think it would be a jar either. It kind of looks weird. Maybe we turn it upside down, maybe? I don't know. I kind of want to see what the last bit of it... I'm interested in the red dots as well. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood? No. Maybe Detective Goodman. Don't say it. Was actually an alien. No, my boy. This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. We just want to include you. Are we not allowed to include you? So we have this one. Why is that one a different color though? Another handprint. I said the flashing lights is not really good for my eyes. Why am I getting a reaction here though? There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot when he fled out of the room. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. Oh, it's the kids, you know, it's Emma. Emma did it. What this? It's got liminal testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where'd you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Is it? Let me do a quick rapid spray. So none of the door. I think that's all that's in this one. Go back to the other. So we have that one, which is there. You kidding me? We didn't even notice it. I knew it. There's... Oh, zip! Someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away. No. Promise you'll testify that I won't harm reply. Yep, it's on the same locker that there was something in it, yeah. So... They must have closed the locker then. Yeah. Stats. promise you'll test about that 105. Yeah, you're a puppy. You'll do that for me, wouldn't you, pal? Of course I would. Would. This is an important clue. I'll jot it down in the floor plans. I'm counting you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was something you needed, to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them a report for the day. That's not a report. It might help, you know. A report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. He's a good, yeah, very nice, yes, good person. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? Well, I'm off, pal. Later. Wait, so Edgeworth is out now, so we can go chat with him. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Let's go. Let's go. Bye. Where is it? Here. Move. So, I'll go to my one. Then... No? Wait, parking lot? There it is. Hello, February 23rd, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wait a minute. No. Nah, maybe. Nah, yeah, never mind. Wouldn't make sense anyways. Huh? Hey! Bellboy! Ah, guess, my apologies. Oh, it's you! Hello. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Is this not the same bellboy? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Oh, are you okay? Right. Here's the hotel bringing tea service. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes, he brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near. Oh! I think he was trying to console me somehow. He's a good person. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. Oh, wait, let me move this forward. So, inquiry committee. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communication error during the investigation. That's good! That's good, right? Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Are you okay? Again? I've heard them say so that many times. I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Tomorrow, shut up. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecutor's attorney. However... Something happened? Oh, they gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department... That's Gantz's thingy. Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why? I ask you, why? All along, I've done what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still... Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. So, could you ask you what you were doing here, though? Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, What is this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. Suspicious. Suspicious. The Chief of Police? Oh, he wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. AI-16. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbing, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. I don't know, we gotta grab any bit of information there is. About this note. So, do you know anything about what can you tell me about this case? Please don't be angry at me. I know you. You probably got a hold of some information already, huh? Not really. It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL9 incident. The one with the serial killer one. And some dark suspicion you're wrapped up in? You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. My apologies. My apologies. He must be talking about his father's murder in the elevator. My apologies. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. My apologies. The SL9's incident was a heinous serial killer case. The head of the investigations was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then, huh? He was a top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you got nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I use slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murder. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? Sis? Not sis. If you were still studying forensic evidence? Forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. Did Lana give it to us? Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints. Oh, this will be good in the evidence room. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint piles for everyone involved. Ooh! Thanks! How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Thank you! Okay, well let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I think once I get to the save file, I'm gonna pause that because we're actually getting into 2 hours and almost to 30. So this is fun. Okay. Let's go. To go. No. Oh, Angel's gone though. Police department entrance. A guard station. And evidence room. Let's go. February 23rd, evidence room, sector 3. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Well, that one and the other one. Here in the blood on the detective's evidence locker. A long one and no clue what's happening. Well, at least we have a connection. At least we know that there is a connection between this case and the other case. We just need a bit more. Okay, let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Okay, right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print, the thumb one. Thumb or the index finger. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. So can I choose the thumb? No, I choose the... There's one here too. There's a finger, there's a smudge print here. Okay. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Please do. Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eye. First, we sprinkle the aluminium powder around. How do you do that? With enter. See? Okay. Okay. Ah! It looks like that did the trick. The aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. How do I blow? How do I do that? How do I blow? With E. Exciting, I know. E! Okay. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on the birthday cake. See? It's much funner on the DS, because you can actually blow. Okay, wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. This is a new thing and I love it. Guess I better give it a try. Okay, and blow. Woohoo! We did it! We found one. Nice! But this looks nothing like... They're wearing gloves, weren't they? Like nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck. The guy's probably wearing... This is a glove print anyways. The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we're wasting our time. Hey, calm down. It's just the way... It's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific evidence. Investigations. But it does seem a shame. What about the print underneath the handprint? Because I saw that one. While we're at it, why don't we go looking for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker doors, again closely. This one. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Huh, fingerprints outside the blood. This thing, here. Okay. And boom! Woohoo! We got a print! Is it not enough? Is it not enough? There we go! Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling! Dazzling? Interesting word to use. Anyways, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So not done yet? It's quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess he's right. Let's compare. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth and point out the person you think left these prints. How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would most likely find on this evidence locker? Him. Oh, I have to hold E. Match found! Nice. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me a so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this far, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this locker. In this room. Let's go check it out. Examine. Slide. The one that was here. This is where we got the liminal fluid reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint there. Wait. Ideas. An extremely thin rubber glove. And this is... That's a left-hand one, right? That's a left-hand glove. So, with the right-hand glove being stained with blood, which left that bloody handprint, the blood could have seeped through the glove and ended up on his hand. So when he moved it, closed it, it must have left a thingy on there. Yes? Yes? Okay, wanna try using this? Yes! There goes our eye sparkling again. Let's do it. Let's go check for prints. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit. Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. Yeah? What? The area with the blood was wiped away. Yes? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Right. So that means no prints. Would you say that the probability of a hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. So, it'd be index finger? Wait, okay, so if the hand is like... Would it be this? That one? Wait. Here, right? No? Maybe here. Because there should be fingerprints. I'm confused. What am I meant to do? So... Okay. Check for prints. Okay, wiped away, yep. Find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Then it'd be a finger here, right? But it's not letting me do a thing. Cause this looks like a right hand, but I can't dust or anything. Did my game glitch? Can't be. This isn't... Something's wrong. Why can't I click on... Where? I can't, like, click on anything here at all. It's like the bar isn't even changing color. Where is it, Leslie? What is it? What do you see? Because, no matter what I press, nothing is happening. At all. The left of the larger... Left of the larger? I was just clicking everywhere and I couldn't find it. I should have... Nah. Anyways. Thank you! It would have taken me forever in order to actually find it. Okay. This should be enough. Okay, not enough. Okay, so here, here, about here. There we go, we got a fingerprint. Okay, okay. I would have liked it to be him. No way. Why would it be Jake Marshall? Why is it Jake Marshall? Hey, these fingerprints, who are they? Whose? Is this someone I know? It's Officer Marshall? Officer Jake Marshall? Why? 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 That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminal reaction, the blood, and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh no. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints but he's on a wiped blood stain. Uh-oh. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results, but not the results that we want. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it, Emma. Okay. So I'm gonna save it here. And I'm gonna stop it here. Because it's 2 hours and a half. And it's like one of the longest ones I've done. My longest is like 3 hours with the collabs, but like... We'll do a little recap. Just a little one. What do we know? So, well, Jake Marshall, bloody fingerprints. They could be forging evidence on the revenge of SL9. But why would it be Jake Marshall? I mean, we didn't know where he was like at the time of like the actual 5/14 time frame. So it's just confusing, this case right now. I love it though because we get new stuff. We got fingerprint stuff. We got like we got the spray stuff as well. Man, this is pretty good. This is a pretty fun case. This is fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna stop it here because I do need to eat breakfast. He definitely doesn't know more. He knows more than it seems. He's very suspicious. Angel is fine now because she's not really she's not in the detective thingy, so she doesn't have as much leeway as anything. Yeah, this is fun. This is a fun case and I love it. But this is like the last case for like this trilogy. Anyways, so that's all I'm gonna be doing today. So my next stream, when is it? Is the collab. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I love the Ace Attorney games. I love these ones. In any case, gonna say goodbye now. So my next stream is the Stardew Valley, but again, it's not on my channel because I don't want my internet to die. Not my internet, my data plan. But so I'll be retweeting everyone's thingy majiggies. Was it Twitches when it comes out? If we are doing it, we're still trying to figure it out with Ember moving and whatnot. But yeah, so that's that one. Thank you for watching. And it's like staying for like 2.5 hours. It's like a lot. But thank you for watching. And see you guys next time. Bye.